This is a 2002 Lexus IS200, a compact, powerful 2-litre saloon car rivaling the likes of the BMW 320i and Mercedes C200. In New Zealand, the first generation IS is quite uncommon. However, the equivalent model from Toyota, the Altezza, is a very widespread car, for good reason. This is because the RS200 model of the Altezza comes with the legendary 3SGE engine with over 210 horsepower. Sadly, the IS200 came with a less powerful inline-6 engine. That said, if you heard this car screaming past, you could very easily mistake it for a 2JZ powered Supra simply because of the incredible soundtrack that goes alongside this handsome looking car. If the Supra ever came in a 4-door variant, this is it. The paint on this car is a colour called Dark Red Mica Pearl, and because this is a New Zealand new model, front and rear fog lights, projector HID headlights and LED tail lights are standard features. The IS has relatively restrained styling, showcasing just a small rear spoiler with integrated centre brake light and side skirts. The wheels are 17-inch 5-spoke aluminium wheels with 5 lug nuts. Even though this is a performance car, the ride height and suspension comfort wouldn't suggest it, as this car rides very smoothly over all types of terrain. Given this design came out in 1998, there's no denying that for a 20-year-old design, it still fits in well with today's sports cars. Some tasteful mods such as coilovers, a sports exhaust and modern LED lighting would freshen up the design further. The engine is a 1G FE 1988cc fuel-injected inline-6. This car uses the VVTi version, which can also be found in a handful of other Toyota models such as the Chaser and Mark II. It makes 160 horsepower and 280 Nm of torque, and it revs to 6,400 RPM. What really adds to this car's performance car status is the fact that unlike so many other small engine saloon cars, this one is rear-wheel drive. The 4-speed automatic is responsive and willing, although a 5-speed manual was an option. Now this all sounds good, but there's more to it than just the engine. Not only does this car have double wishbone suspension, making it handle fantastically, but it also has a limited slip differential, which means you can do proper skids. The interior is all typical Lexus, lots of nice materials like leather and suede, and everything is all very well arranged and feels high class. There are also lots of features too for a 15-year-old car. The front seats are heated and adjust electronically, and they are very comfortable. They also have good bolstering to really hold you in through tight corners. The climate control is automatic, and the aftermarket Kenwood Bluetooth stereo plays some mega-ass beats. Next to the steel ball transmission lever, there are also options to put the car into sport or snow mode, and you can also turn off the traction control. This car also has cruise control, and on later models you can change gears manually with the buttons on the steering wheel. And it also has adjustable intermittent windscreen wipers. The rear seats also have a decent amount of room given the overall dimensions of the car. However, the drive shaft running down the middle of the car does rob some leg room for the middle seat passenger. The boot is also very spacious. The design of the gauge cluster took its inspiration from a chronograph watch, and at night with the red accented lighting it looks very nice. The display screen shows trip A and B information as well as the odometer. The 3 small dials inside the speedometer show fuel economy, battery voltage and engine temperature. So there we are, that's a tour of the New Zealand new Lexus IS200. And now, let's take it for a spin. So, driving the IS200 really is quite an interesting experience, at least speaking from someone who drives a Honda Jazz on a regular basis, simply because, you know, this thing just feels so much sportier. It's got a very sharply raked steering wheel, and the seats are very aggressively bolstered, and you sit in here and it just feels like a sports car. Performance wise, it's definitely good. It's got a very reasonable amount of power, but it does also, you know, it doesn't really look like a very big car, but I mean, probably don't have a very good perspective here because I'm coming from a Honda Jazz, which is a very light car, but this does definitely feel sort of big as you hoon around the corners. But it, you know, the power more than makes up for it, and handling around some of these sharp corners, it really goes. And it, you know, the double wishbone front suspension works fantastically to get you around these corners at some pretty horrendous speeds. We'll just overtake this guy. All clear. Wow, that is some power. Man, it just rockets up to speed. You know, even at high speed through some of these corners, it still feels very stable. You know, something about the way the suspension's set up, or just the way the car handles. It's just very stable and smooth, and the power comes on very smooth, and the transmission is very smooth. It's just a really nice place to be, and a really nice car to drive, I guess. Yeah, as we whip through some of these corners, the steering feel is very good. It's quite light. There's a reasonable amount of assistance, but it still feels very nice, and there's lots of feedback coming through the wheel. Tighter corner coming up, around we go, and the car handles it no problems at all. It's just fantastic. Feel the power. Definitely on the straightaways. This wonderful inline six just has some really good power to contend with. I have to say, this is a very nice road with the sea on the right and the hills on the left. Oh, we've hit the end. Oh well, turn around and head back, I guess. So in terms of acceleration, this thing does 0 to 100 in probably about 7 and a bit seconds, which is not too bad really. I mean, most hot hatches tend to be around 6.5 seconds, so it's pretty quick. Going for an overtake. Got him. We can whiz through these corners here. Really good handling, really good power. It's just fantastic car to drive. Well, I definitely enjoyed my time with this car, but I'm going to have to hand it back pretty soon, I imagine. Right, here we go, all done, time to hand it back. So you guys, thank you for watching. This has been Kiwi Car Life with the Lexus IS200. See you guys next time.